What's up, everybody? Tim here from Shields Motor Car Customs. I have something to do when I get home. I am going to drop a video. I am going to do another how-to. No, I'm not. I'm going to do a how I do something video because, again, how-tos are not my thing. Because in this hobby, everybody has a different way of doing things. So when I get home, I'm going to drop a video. We're going to talk about how I prep, paint, and assemble an engine on my builds. I'm working on that 1970 Chevelle. I got the engine all laid out on my bench, so why not? Let's talk about how I do the engine on my builds. So, all right, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like, subscribe, and don't go anywhere, because I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Love you guys. All right, guys, so here we are. We are at my bench. Let's do a how I prep, paint, and assemble an engine. Like I said, guys, this is a how I do, not a how to. So with that being said, sorry guys, my goodness. With that being said, the first thing, in my opinion, that needs to be done is you got to have a thought process. So like I said, on this group build, this 1970 Chevelle that I'm working on, I have an idea. Like, my brain is going somewhere with what I'm doing. So in my last video, in the Model Car Talk Monday segment, the last segment, I was talking about this engine and where my ideas were coming from, about, you know, a teenager building up an engine, not having a lot of money. So they're probably going to buy bolt-ons. They're going to do what they can to build this engine up to make it fast, to soup it up, right? So that's where my mindset is with this engine. So I think, and not everybody's the same, but it's important for me to have some sort of a mindset of where I'm going with a build, what my idea is. So with this engine on this Chevelle, again, I'm going simple. I want it to kind of be stock with a little bit of bolt-ons, and you know, this is a budget build, kind of, sort of speak. So the first thing I do is I prep. One thing, guys, that you have to, that's important, is you have to make sure the pieces fit together. So one thing that I always do is I take the pieces, I put them on. If they don't fit, I got this lovely little thing here that I stole out of Cassie's purse, and I dropped it. It's called a fingernail file. Yeah, this simple. I use the tar out of this thing, guys. So the next time you're in Sephora with your girlfriend or wife, okay, pick you one up, right? Make a day out of it. Pick up a fingernail file. Make sure the parts sit right. Now, this, again, guys, this is before paint. This is before glue. This is before any of that, right? So that's the one thing I do, is I dry fit everything. Make sure it's going to fit right. And then once I have everything kind of dry fit, I start to glue things together. So before I can do that, though, what I like to do, guys, is, again, come up with an idea. A lot of kits have a custom engine build, or you can do a stock engine build. So you do, first of all, you have to decide which one you're going to do, right? So what I do is I pull out the instructions. And I start looking at what all I'm going to need for the engine, right? So what I do is I open up the instructions. Yes, I use instructions. I open up the instructions. I pull out the trees that has the engine parts, right? I know this sounds really, really easy and crazy, right? But keep in mind, there's some people who just getting into this hobby. So whenever you pull out your instructions, pull out the trees, clip off everything you're going to need, rather the stock pieces or the custom pieces. Most instructions will show you either stock or custom. It'll show you what pieces you're going to need. Clip all those off, line them out on your bench, And again, start dry fitting them, start putting them together. That's what I do. I start putting things together. Then I usually, first thing I do is I glue the block sides together. Most engine kits, the transmission is attached. Like for instance, on this one, it's one piece or two pieces. Glue them together. Then I put my headers on or my heads on. I like obviously I painted the heads with the block, and then I also go ahead and paint the transmission too. Because what I do is I go back, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to tape off and paint the transmission in metallic silver. Right. So that's again, clip it off the trees, line it up, dry fit them, glue together bare plastic. Always bare plastic always works the best for me. And then I do one solid spray. Whatever color you want your block, paint the block with the heads, right? And then of course the transmission, paint it too. It's okay. You're gonna go back, you can touch that up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape that off and I'm gonna touch it up with some metallic silver, some duplicolor metallic silver. And then once that dries, obviously, you can start gluing on other pieces. So what I also like to do is whenever I pull them off the tree and I line them up on my bench, I separate what needs different colors. So for instance, all my pieces on this engine that is going to need metallic silver, I attach to the top of a spray can, just like this. I just roll up some painter's tape, stick it on top, and I paint them all at one time. So guys, this is a time saver for me. Literally group together all the pieces that are going to be that color. Paint them all at the same time. To me, it's so much easier to go in and painting them individually. It's time consuming. Guys, gather them all up. This is why prep work is important. You know, get everything that needs to be that color placed together and paint them all at one time. So on this one, you can see I have the uh, intake manifold, I have the oil pan, I have the headers, and I have the fan. So again, I was able to spray them all and get them all painted. So they're all dry. I can take them off. And then once I have that all done, guys, I also separate out what, and I have not sprayed these yet, but all the pieces that I need to spray black. So all of these pieces are going to get sprayed flat black. Once these dry, I can clip them off the tree and I can start assembling it. I can start assembling the engine. So guys, that's what I'm going to do real quick. Give me just a second. Let me go. Let me get these parts painted flat black, and then I will be right back. All right, guys. So I went ahead, got the black sprayed. All the pieces that I need sprayed black, I sprayed them. As you can see, got the pulley assembly sprayed. Got some of the smaller engine pieces sprayed. Got the radiator sprayed. Guys, again, it's so much easier just to spray them all together. That's just me. Again, that's me talking. What I like to do also is once the paint dries on the pulley assemblies, I go and I pull out my metallic marker, guys, and I like to hit the pulleys with the metallic marker. It really, you know, pulls out the detail. And like I said, I will leave it all in the tree. And then once I clip it off the tree, guys, I will go back and I will touch it up with a black Sharpie, honestly, the belts. Because once you clip these off the tree, more than likely you're going to have some bare paint or some bare plastic showing just from where it came off the tree. And that's okay. Again, that's why it's important to have touch-up paint pens or touch-up markers, right? So I will go back and I will touch this up with a metallic marker. Like I said, it always works out great. Be sure to let everything dry. I also went ahead and taped off the engine block and sprayed the transmission with some duplicolor silver, metallic silver. So as that dries, I'll be able to pull the tape off and start assembling and gluing things together, guys. This paint dries really fast, but be sure, again, be patient. Give the paint some time to dry, guys. One of my struggles, especially when I got back into this hobby, was just having that patience to let things dry, let things cure, let the paint flash out, make sure it's ready to go. So another thing that I'm going to do, like I said, I decided I'm going to go build again during the prep. I decided I am going to not do fuel injection on this engine, and I'm going to do carburetor. So I'm going to take some gold, wherever that's at, some gold testers, metallic, and I'm going to hit this carburetor with the gold testers paint. So that will complete the painting part of the engine assembly. Again, once everything dries, I will be able to glue everything together. And like I said, guys, it's so important to just remember that, in my opinion, that's what they are, my opinions. Um, Everybody has a different way of doing things. Guys, I've watched so many YouTube videos of so many different people doing things a different way. Everything works differently for everybody, and everybody has certain ways they like to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, which is why you will never see me do a how to video. You'll see me do a how I do videos. Because, guys, it's important. I really don't think there is a wrong way. I think that every one of us that are in this hobby can always learn from each other and learn different ways. Not wrong ways, not right ways, but different ways. Now, does every technique come out looking great? No. Does every technique work for everybody? No, of course not. Not everybody has the same workstation. Not everybody has the same supplies. Not everybody has the same kits. So everything can be different, and that's okay. But you might stumble across a video of somebody doing a kit that you're working on, or that you're thinking about working on, and you see, oh wow, that's how they do it. That's how I can do that. That seems easy. I want to try that, guys. That's exactly how it worked for me. I can tell you right now, I've watched some of Joe's YouTube videos. I've watched Paul's YouTube videos, Don's YouTube videos, guys, and watching those guys do things their way really gave me a lot of tools to put in my tool belt, right? So, again, guys, I can't stress enough. Prep, think it through, figure out what you're shooting for whenever you're building. Um, Also, think about your paint colors. Okay, if you have numerous pieces that you're wanting to paint one color, like for instance metallic silver, group them all together, get them all sprayed at once. That way, whenever you go to start assembling your pieces, you're not missing something, you're not leaving something out. They're all there ready for you to just glue, set aside, and let dry. One thing that I always ran into was I when I first got back into this, I was painting everything individually, right? And then I would go to assemble something, and I would look at my instructions and be like, oh, I forgot to paint this. So now what I was doing is now put on hold, because now I have to go find that piece on the tree, cut it off, paint it, let it dry, and I can't even do anything else until it dries. And I don't know about you, but whenever I sit down and I start to work on something, like right now, I've got all my pieces painted. Once these things dry, my goal is to sit here and build this engine until it's done. It's that simple. It may be tomorrow, it may be the next day, I don't know. But regardless, my goal is to complete that all in one sitting, because for me, I don't want to leave anything out. So it's easy for me to gather it, make sure my prep work is good, make sure my paint is good, make sure I have everything lined out and everything that I need in front of me before I get to that point. So I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but that's important to me. If you're watching this and you're wanting to know how I do it, that's what goes through my brain is I want to be organized. Organized is important as well. You don't lose pieces. You know what you're doing. You know where you're taking it. You got all your pieces drying ready for you to just glue them together. It's that simple. So yeah, guys, that is the gist of how I prep, paint, and assemble. Not so much assembling. Didn't really think that one through. Forgot I didn't really paint everything that I needed to. But yeah, guys, that is how we do it at Shields Model Car Customs. I hope this video kind of helps you. I hope that it gives you some ideas. Something too, guys, I want to point out. For instance, this piece here, the fan. Obviously, whenever I sprayed this, there was a part that I wasn't able, a piece of this that I wasn't able to hit with the paint. So what I'm going to do is I will literally take this metallic marker and I will just hit that spot that I wasn't able to hit with the paint. and voila, done. Done. That simple. That simple. Again, guys, I can't stress enough. Go get you some metallic markers if you haven't already. Again, I found these at Dollar General. You get like a package of 8 for like $7. They've lasted me a long time. I've used the tar out of these things. There's gold, gold and silver is what I use the most, but they're amazing. They really are amazing. Matter of fact, I won't even have to get my tester's paint out if I really don't want to. I can just take this metallic marker and watch this. I'm just going to hit this carburetor with my metallic marker. This thing is amazing. It's so amazing. I'm saving time. I'm not pulling out my paint. I'm not pulling out again, guys. I don't want you guys to sit here and think that time is everything. I'm always trying to save time, or I'm always trying to cut corners. But guys, I'm sitting here just trying to think. If like right now, for instance, I have a bench full of stuff. Pulling out my paint, my tester's paint, and a paintbrush and a thinner, and just getting it kind of set up to paint, guys. I mean that can be kind of difficult. So if you're not wanting to go through that, again, having a good set of metallic markers is important. And I don't know why my camera's not focusing. That's not normal. But yeah, having a good set of metallic markers, you can make a quick, easy job of something like this right here. Boom. End of story. Right. So yeah, guys, I encourage you go get you some metallic markers. I think, I mean, they've literally helped me out so much on my builds that I mean, again, I'm not about just, oh man, he's just lazy. He's just wanting to save so much time. He just ain't got enough. That's not what I'm getting at, guys. What I'm getting at is just making things easier for yourself. There's nothing wrong with making things easier. My dad always told me work smarter, not harder. And I will literally live by that for the rest of my life. Sometimes the smarter way looks lazier, I guess. I don't know. But that's kind of it, guys. That's how I'm going to do it. So what I'll do next is I will literally pull this off. Well, I'll just do it now. We'll pull the tape off. Oh my goodness. See, guys, this is why my engines break. I'll pull all this tape off here. And we'll just take a look at, guys, one thing I love about Duplicolor is the dry time is amazing. Boom. There is our transmission and engine block. It's that simple. Take the time, tape things off, get it where you want it. But that's it. Pretty amazing, huh? So now, why not? Why not? We're here, right? We're here. I'm going to go ahead and take, I told you I use my metallic marker. I'm going to hit some of these pulleys real quick. Let me see. Guys, this is why I'm telling you, these metallic markers are just amazing. I love these things. And of course, guys, like I said, I can't say it enough. My way isn't always the best way. It just makes more sense to me sometimes, right? So boom, there's our pulleys. Guys, again, get you some metallic markers. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Your life will be so much easier. So much easier. And of course, there's some spots where you're going to have to like slow down, take your time. But yeah, guys, that is it. That is boom. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. There it is. All right, guys. So let me get everything. You know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to glue this engine together, and I'm going to give you a final little reveal. We'll get it. We'll get most of it glued together. Let me show you what this looks like if you take the time to prep, think it out, paint everything together. Let's get this glued together. All right, guys. So you got everything glued together, and this is what you come out with. There it is. Not too shabby. So yeah, guys. So again, take your time. Right? Even though this doesn't seem like I took my time, it literally maybe took me like 10 minutes to glue this together after I had everything painted and good to go. So again, guys, take your time, prep it, think it out, lay out your pieces, know what you're going to do, know what you're going after, and just make it happen. Let's make it happen. So there is the engine for the 1970 Chevelle for the Super 70s group build. So you guys got a sneak peek. There it is. So, all right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, this is just a how I do it. It's not a how to do it. You can agree with a lot of it, or you can disagree with a lot of it. That's okay, too. I'll still be your friend, and I still love you. So, all right, guys. As always, God bless you. And until next time, be safe. Love you.